The sixth event of the 1993 Super Series is in Dubai, the undoubted sports capital of the Middle East. Dubai has the ability to blend its local heritage with the modern amenities and comfort of life in the 90s. The world's top players enjoyed hospitality as warm as its unceasing sun and experienced a unique, friendly and relaxed atmosphere. Having arrived fresh from their journey, the Players' Hotel was the place to be. So, after 5 events, this is how the series looks. Jamshid Khan of Pakistan still on top, despite that semi-final loss to Rodney Martin in Hong Kong. Then, the 4 Australians, Brett and Rodney Martin swapping positions. England's Peter Marshall just behind Rodney Isles. Finland's Sami Alapuro and the wily old campaigner Ross Norman are looking to fill 8 spots in December's final in Zurich. But sadly again, Chris Dittmar has to miss the tournament after his knee operation back in Australia.
Chris Dittmar obviously missed Hong Kong, the first Super Series event before Dubai, and he's an absentee here as well, so obviously there's a certain amount of concern about Chris's future. He's had problems with a knee injury in the past. It was cruciate ligament damage that was sustained while he was training with an Aussie Rules football club down in Adelaide a number of years ago. It looked as if he got back on track. He's obviously been a finalist in a number of the events over the past few years, and as president of the PSA, Professional Squash Association, he's formed a major role in developing the game as we know it in the last few years. So, you know, the players are all here obviously fearing him as a very, very dangerous opponent, but at the same time, they'd like to see him getting back on track, and we hope that the knee injury that's forced him to have an operation recently is not going to hinder his progress in the near future.
In the quarterfinals, Jamshid Khan looked in fine form as he disposed of New Zealand's Ross Norman, seeded 5 in 3 games. Khan's semi-final opponent would be either full Whitlock or fellow Englishman Angus Kirkland. Kirkland, the world number 72, had come through qualifying and then produced 2 astonishing victories against Del Harris and Brett Martin. Kirkland beating the Hong Kong Open winner 15-13 in the 5th. But it was Whitlock who triumphed in their quarter-final, and for Angus Kirkland, time to reflect on a momentous week.
Gained Whitlock.
Yeah, I'm very pleased. Beat Del in the first round, and then to beat someone inside the top 8 for the first time. Very happy.
Is there any one thing that you can pinpoint that has brought you this success this week?
No, not really. I just think it's summer training, and getting a win under my belt first of all gives me a bit of confidence. Had a couple of close losses, and it makes a big difference to believe you can win. So the first win's important.
Australia's Rodney Isles looked sharp in defeating a lacklustre Peter Marshall. Isles through to his first Super Series semi-final.
Game and match to Isles.
His opponent there would be training partner Rodney Martin, who blew Tristan Nankaro off court 15-5, 15-5, 15-6 in the all-Australian battle.
To Martin.
Following his semi-final defeat in Hong Kong, Jamshid Khan had been working hard on his game back home in Peshawar. Jamshid looking to avenge his only Super Series defeat. A straightforward passage to the semi-final, winning every match without dropping a game and looking in complete control. Phil Whitlock, whose career has blossomed late on, is now ranked world number 8. Although not setting the Super Series on fire, his determination is testimony to what can be achieved. First and second round wins against 2 Khans, Zubair and Zarak, and then victory against the spirited Angus Kirkland.
Well, I haven't played Jamshid for a while, but I'm in the semi-final. I've got nothing to lose. I'm just going to go out and try and do my best.
Jamshid lost a semi-final in Hong Kong. Can history repeat itself here in Dubai?
Why not? I mean, there's always a chance. You never know. Why not? I mean, I'm going to give it my best, and, you know, if he doesn't play well, maybe.
Physically, I'm very fit, but I need more court work, and which is I did it for last 2 weeks, and I'm very fit and conference for hope playing good in this tournament, you know.
11-7.
So Whitlock, he's opened up to 11-7 in the second game. But I think these days, Barge, I say it favours the shot players, but most of the players are more than capable of sticking the ball away given the opportunity.
Yeah, I think the standard of the game all the way down from 1 down to 30 is very, very good. It's As you can see Angus Kirkland, how well he did.
12-7.
He's ranked 72, and he's come in and he's beaten some of the best players here.
Yeah, and there, Phil Whitlock on the forehand volley. Jancha couldn't pick it up. Yeah, some player, Angus Kirkland, ranked 72 in the world, has come through to a quarter-final, and Phil Whitlock catching the sidewall.
13-7.
Just gesturing to Jancha Khan, acknowledging that it was a lucky bounce. But he's moved to 13-7, looking good for a win here in the second game.
Down, hand out. 8-13.
So the world number one, Jancha Khan. What can he do about this
Down.
lead?
There's 2 errors there.
9-13.
So, well, it's not as hopeless as it once seemed. 9-13. I'm sure Jancha will still believe he can win this one, Baj.
I think the next 1 or 2 points will pretty much decide this game. If Phil gets the next point, he probably should win this game. He's definitely played a different game this game than the first one.
Yeah, I think he's judged it pretty well, Phil. He realised he had to change his game a little bit. He wasn't going to get much change out of Jancha, just trying to rally with him. He's taken his chances well.
Yeah, definitely.
Jancha looks to be moving well again, Baj, yeah.
He is. I mean, he's getting a little bit more urgent about his game now because it'll be 1-all and have to start all over again in the third.
Well, interesting to see the decision.
Yes, let. 9-13, left court.
This is what you mean, Mark. He's such a good mover on situations like this. Jancha always gets his lead. Maybe some players suffer and don't get one, but
yeah,
you know, being so swift, he probably wasn't led, but
he looked to be a fair way away from it. But with that stretch, as you say, he probably
yeah, the backhand volley.
And another error from Whitlock.
Down.
He really has tried to close this one out quickly.
10-13.
10-13, and it's finally poised now. This second game, the first semi-final Dubai Classic here from the Al Ali club.
Phil's tactics are exactly right. I think he should go for it. He's going to win this game. He can't sit back.
But once it starts, when a player such as Jancha starts to whittle away a lead that you've had, it's very difficult to stay composed and, well, just seem to have so much time for this backhand drop shot.
11-13, left court.
Definitely taken the ball earlier.
And you see Whitlock has given Jancha the middle of the court with that volley. So much time, so much composure.
Again, that shot was played from the tee area. It's a very difficult shot to retrieve for your opponent, you know. And he's doing that a lot more.
Jancha showing his extraordinary retrieving skills, but
Stroke to Whitlock, hand out.
well, a bit of a lapse in concentration there.
14, game ball.
Yeah, I think
11.
he tried to play a sort of a deceptive shot or try to get Whitlock moving the other way, but it didn't work.
So Whitlock's now moved to game ball to try and level this match off at 1-all. And that could
Stroke
be a stroke.
and game
It is.
to
And
Whitlock,
Whitlock has
15-11.
secured the second game, 15 points to 11. He's tied it up at 1-all. So Whitlock, he himself has got a 1-point lead at 9-8 now in this fourth game. He trails by 2 games to 1.
Not up. Hand out.
It's one of those situations where you wish you'd asked for a let.
9-all.
Yeah, the ball clinging tight to that side wall, and it's difficult to pick the ball off these glass courts.
Yeah.
One of the things about these glass courts is that the vision, the clarity of the ball against the sidewall isn't often as good as the plaster
Down.
courts or conventional courts.
Yeah, I think this is one of the top players tend to be a lot better at playing on the glass court. than some of
10-9.
the guys who don't get a chance to play on these. And Phil, I'm sure, hasn't had as much of an opportunity as Jancha's had over the years.
I don't think many players have, Baj.
No let.
Sums it up, really. He's played numerous
11-9.
finals and won many of them around the world on all these glass courts. And a great forehand down the line secured that point, which moved him to 11-9.
Yes, let 11-9, right court.
I know in the second round, Brett Martin lost out to Angus Kirtland. I think some people thought it was a factor that that was played on a plaster court and not on this glass court. But Angus, being not as experienced on the glass court, might have struggled against Brett's game.
Yeah.
But this forehand drop shot
12-9.
from Jancha winning the point. Pressure was on, responded. Now 12-9, a 3-point lead.
Brett was definitely, I think he felt that had he played on this court he might have won, but the top guys definitely play better on this court, as we said. And but you've got to give all credit to Angus Kirkland.
It's of course a 17-inch tin.
That might have made a big difference to Brett's game.
Courts that have played on in clubs around the world. Played on a 19-inch tin. Effectively lengthens the court by a metre or so, and a lovely winning shot. And that was low above that 17-inch tin from Phil Whitlock. It's high on the forehand.
Hand out.
Straight kill.
10-12.
Jancha's lunge doesn't manage to pick the ball up. So, finally balanced again at 10-12. Whitlock needs a couple of winners, and he gets one.
It definitely seems like it, that if Jancha gives Phil Whitlock a chance, he's going for it. And he's made 3 or 4 good shots.
11-12.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons that Phil's in this position where he's in with a chance. He's taken his chances, you know, and quite often players don't take their chances. They've got to put the ball away.
Stroke to Whitlock.
Wow. How did you see that decision, Barge?
12 all.
It was a tough one, but
Chance or a judge not to have cleared the ball at the front. Paid the penalty.
a little bit slow coming out.
And questions again whether that ball was good. It was. So, good spell.
13-12.
13-12.
It was an 8-2 lead, you know.
Incredible turnaround.
Great shot.
But Phil just giving Jancha just too much
Hand
daylight
out.
there.
13
Chance
all.
on this backhand side.
There seems to be some confusion there.
Okay, 13 all.
Well, Jancha gets ready to serve at 13 all. He's got a 2-1 lead. Oh, and that's crucial.
No let.
That ball rolls from the nick.
14, match ball 13.
That was a big decision, but a good decision again, I feel. Match ball at 14-13. Looking for a place in the final, this first Dubai Classic, Jancha Khan. Oh, and that's it. It's all over. Jancha Khan, 15-13 in this fourth game. He wins 3 games to 1. 15-9, 11-15, 15-4, 15-13. And he becomes the first finalist in this 1993 Dubai Classic.
It's not all sweat and toil at a PSA tournament. Here, the sponsors, Emirates, and the Royal Abja Hotel host a dinner in honor of the players. It's a chance to meet and to get to know people in a relaxed environment. Although, after such a sumptuous feast, it will be back down to training and court sprints in the morning. The second semi-final, an all-Australian affair. Rodney Isles playing his first Super Series semi-final after bowing out in the quarters of the other tournaments. Victories against Mark Carlyon, a tough second round against Tony Hands, and Peter Marshall has brought the number 6 seed to this stage. Rodney Martin reaches his 6th consecutive semi-final, and he'll be keen to pick up the points with the absence of Dittmar. No major problems en route, winning every match in 3 games and looking in top form when conceding only 16 points against Nankaro.
Both Rod and I trying to attack the ball at every opportunity, so tomorrow is just going to be trying to get in front of him all the time and trying to attack from there. Rodney and I both play each other quite a bit at home, practice together. We've been training together all week here, so there won't be any surprises, but hopefully I've kept something from him this week and I can bring it out tomorrow.
The 4th game of the 1993 Dubai Squash Classic second semi-final, Rodney Martin on the forehand side, having served against his opponent, Rodney Isles, fellow Australian.
Three all.
And the score, 3-all. And there, Rodney Martin, amazing racket speed. And of course this game is going to be played at high speed because both of these attacking Australians are going to be going after everything that's out there to be hit. Both of these men are no holdback players.
Down.
But there,
And out.
Martin picking up the top of the tin.
4 all.
And Isles comes in at 4-all. Reverse angle attempt, but it picks up the top of the tin again, and
Down.
he won't be happy with that.
And out. 5-4.
Rodney Martin leading 2 games to 1 against a man who he certainly knows the game. Both of them practice a lot together, and both of them will be attempting to take that centre spot. But there, Isles playing what's now becoming a common shot on the professional circuit down the centre of the court.
5 all.
Moves the score on. Neither player prepared to move off the tee. Holding it, and there this attack by Rodney Martin picks up a perfect length and leaves Rodney Isles floundering in the backhand corner.
Hand out. 6-5.
6-5. It's nip and tuck. Nothing to separate these two great stroke players. And there, a nudge of the hips, I'm sure.
7-5.
Nope, 7-5. Rodney Martin.
Yes, let.
Again, a little nudge.
7-5.
Both keen to take the centre stage, producing the let. 7-5. Neither man prepared to move away. Not giving an inch. And a solid attack from Rodney Martin at the front of the court. And that drop, absolutely dead. A typical Martin shot. And it must be said that both of these players, speciality shot, backhand short kill. And they both play it so very well. Marvellous drop there from Rodney Isles, executing that very point that we just made.
6-8.
6-8. 2 points separating them. Massive game this. Isles be giving it everything he's got. And there, Rodney Martin, an unforced error.
7-8.
Unusual sight to see in the referee's chair. Anthony Hill, one of the World Touring players himself. Marvellous cross-court nick from Rodney, but picked up by Rodney Isles. The speed of these two players is really quite astonishing. It's not just the speed that they're moving their bodies across the court, it's the racket speed, the racket head speed. And there, Rodney Martin trying a very delicate cross-court kill.
All.
Not making it. 8-all the score. Absolutely locked together. And it's at a time like this, they'll be trying not to give away anything cheap. But there, the speed of Rodney Isles takes him across court to pick up the drop and to drive the ball well clear of Rodney Martin. Moving on to 9-8. And there,
Hand
a
out.
response from one of the great racket players. An immediate
9 all.
backhand drop. That great shot. And so many greats have had it. The Jahangir Khans of this world, another fine example. Well, where's that gone? Says Rodney Isles. Completely missed it.
10
Ball
9.
dragged across his body, and Rodney Martin moves on to 10-9. 1 point separating these two Australians. Oh, and there, a wonderful reaction shot from Rodney Isles through his legs, but I'm sure that's clipped the top of the tin. Yes.
11 9.
11-9, 2 point gap. And Rodney Isles certainly won't be wanting this gap to get any bigger now. He's got to start pulling it back. Really tight. Wonderful defence. But Rodney Martin,
Hand
who
out.
had him on the rack with an unforced error, lets
10
him back in.
11.
1 point separates them. 10-11. Isles looks at his opponent and back into the fray. 2 tough cookies. And that speed of that ball across the centre of the court, and
11
let us
all.
say it is a cold court. It's one that favours the touch players, and both of these are that. But still able to produce great speed off this ball. And there, Rodney, a movement of his hip,
Hand
sends
out.
Isles to the forehand
12
side,
11.
and he drops it beautifully to go 12-11 up. And now, 3 points away from a possible final against his old foe, Janshir
Down.
Khan, but not
And out.
with a shot like that.
12 all.
Rodney's long attempted drop picks up the top of the tin. 12 all. Not a place for the faint-hearted now. Isles is in the attack position and holding the front of the court. And there, a wonderful, long, straight, classic drop from Rodney Martin.
Hand out.
One
13
from the
12.
textbook, taking him to 13-12. He couldn't have asked for it to come at a better time from his point of view. 13-12. Well, what can you say? I'm sure Rodney Isles hit the wall before the ball.
14 12. Match ball.
Has to be put down as an unforced error, and 14-12. Match ball to see who will go into the final against Janshir Khan. And there, a lovely length. Yes, that length
Martin.
takes Rodney Martin through this semi-final and into the final against the world number 1, Janshir Khan. During this tournament, the Professional Squash Players Association have experimented by using some of the players to referee the matches.
Well, I think that the players who have been competing have found that it's a lot easier with players refereeing. There's less disputes on the court, and I think that because some of them are, friends off the court, they appreciate that the players who are refereeing understand the game maybe a little bit better.
So someone like Anthony Hill, who's been involved in a number of the matches, you're quite used to seeing Anthony arguing with a few of the referees, but doesn't seem to be anyone arguing with him this week.
No, I mean, as you said, there's often a lot of controversy, and I think some of the professional referees feel under a great deal of pressure when they sit up top, whereas, as Anthony has demonstrated, he sits up in the chair. He's under a lot of pressure, but he's very relaxed because he understands the game. He's played at that level, and both the players can appreciate that he knows what he's doing.
And do you think this is something we can see a little bit more of in the future, or how would you feel as a player being asked to referee regularly on the world circuit around the world?
Well, I think there's mixed feelings there amongst all the top professional players. Obviously, the game really needs professional referees of a high standard because it is more professional. But if the decisions are going to be the best decisions from the players, then maybe that's one thing we're going to have to live with.
Not too many players can say they've had 2 wins in a row over Janshir. So tomorrow he's going to be pretty determined, and it's a different court, different conditions. So you can't really take the result in Hong Kong. I can't really thinking that that's going to be the same result here. It's going to be a completely different match, and as long as I hit the ball well and play my type of game, I think I'm in with a good chance.
I lost Hong Kong semi-final because I'm not playing for the last 3-month tournaments, and I think this is my second tournament. I will just say I will play better tomorrow.
actually the first time I've seen Jancha in a tournament this year wearing a headband, Mark.
Down.
Yes. I think it's possibly something to do with the badge on the front.
10-7.
Bad 10 there by Rodney Martin. Not very happy with himself there.
So it's a 3-point lead for Jancha now. It's really Rodney Martin that's made a couple of errors that's allowed Jancha in front. Quite often playing to 15, of course, the first few points, and lovely backhand winning drive volley.
Right court, 11-7.
Jancha at the moment hitting very good length and then attacking a lovely volley there.
So the early points are traded up to 15, of course. When it gets to this midpoint of the game, 10-11, that's where it all hinges. Jancha's got a 4-point cushion now and looking comfortable in this first game.
Yes, let 11-7 right court.
As he turns in mid-court and appeals to referee Tony Hands. The let granted. Of course, players must give their opponent 100% room to play the ball to any part of the front wall. If that's not the case, the referee can award a penalty stroke against him. It's Rodney Martin trying to stay in this rally. As Jancha moves on the offensive. And again, mid-court.
Yes, let 11-7 right court.
Anthony, you've refereed a few matches this week. I think consistency is probably the key at this stage for the referee.
Oh yes, as long as he keeps the calls all the same, I think the players are both happy. So it shouldn't be a problem. Tony Hands, he's a very good referee, very good player indeed as well.
How do you think the reaction has been with the players refereeing a couple of the matches? Do you think
down?
It's been any easier, or?
Yeah, I do think it with the players refereeing, we haven't had as
12-7.
many arguments on court. It's been great. All the players respect the players that are refereeing. It's been great. I think it's been a good success. I think.
Okay, so we rejoin 12-7. Jancha in front. He's got Rodney under a bit of pressure as Rodney tries to fool Jancha, but a great example of Jancha not moving until the ball was played. Rodney trying to suck him in for a straight forehand drop shot.
13-7.
Okay, lovely drive there by Jancha. Once again, as Mark said, ball,
Stroke to Khan.
Yes, and that's a good decision from Tony Hands.
14,
stroke.
game ball 7.
And game ball in this first game for Jancha Khan. And that's it. First game has gone with a 10 cross-court attempted volley winner from Rodney Martin. The first game of this final has gone to the Pakistani world number 1, Jancha Khan.
Game to Jancha Khan, 15-7. 5-6.
Well, Rodney Martin.
Yes, let 5-6 right
to play a drop
court.
shot winner, but standing in the way of Jancha Khan. Point will be replayed. The referee awarding a let. 5-6. Martin serves in this final. Guess is right. There. An example, Jancha Khan not moving until Rodney Martin had executed the shot. A lot of players would have guessed that he's confident the speed at which he moves, he can wait until the last minute.
Yes, let 5-6
Again,
right
granted
court.
the let. Difficult for a referee, Anthony. He's such a good mover that there's nothing really that he can't get to.
Yeah, it does make it hard. I actually reffed his match yesterday and had to give him a few no-lets. He wasn't very happy with me, I don't think.
Well, he's pretty confident in anything he can pick up. I'm sure he asked for most things. But a nice winner from Rodney Martin.
Stroke to Martin.
It's a stroke.
6-all.
And the scores are level. 6-all in the second game. Jancha established that one-game lead. but he's not going to reach that even with the great mobility and flexibility that he has.
7-6.
Crucial that Rodney Martin takes this game. A two-game lead for Jancha Khan proved very, very difficult, and a slip on the backhand side. We've seen a number of slips this week. And once the sweat drops on the court, Rodney, it can get a little bit dangerous, Anthony.
Oh yes, during the matches during the week, the drop of sweat make your foot kind of slip over a little bit, as just shown there by Jancha, stretching at full stretch straight in there, slipping over. But I think court is very fine.
7-8.
He's regained his composure. It's Rodney Martin, who's got a 1-point lead as Jancha serves at 7-8, and he immediately goes on the attack with a forehand volley at full stretch. Lovely control.
8-all.
Here we go. Here it showed. Lovely volley there by Jancha. Rodney not getting up there quick enough.
Yes, let.
Again.
8-all left court.
Rodney not able to get through for that forehand volley. Let ball again. 8-all. Rally down the backhand side wall. Rodney will be wanting to try and switch play over onto his forehand, probably the better of his sides. Jancha more content to keep the ball up and down the backhand side wall.
I think Jancha feels nice and safe when the ball hitting the back wall all the time.
Yeah, I think he's done that very well. Of course, Jancha playing good width all the time, which is crucial. If he can keep Rodney Martin pegged back in the court, not giving the openings at the front, then probably sees that as a way for victory.
9-8.
Lovely drop shot there by Jancha to win the point.
The crowd enjoying this first final here.
Yes, let. 9-8. Right court.
Again, serves again to replay that point. Let ball as Rodney went forward. So I was saying, Anthony, the first world ranking event to be held in Dubai. I think the organisers have done a tremendous job this week.
Oh yes, Mark, they've done a great job after the court. Had a few problems at the start, but they've managed to get everything going, running well, and it's been a great tournament. All the boys have been very happy with the event. All the organisers have been great and helpful. So hopefully next year we have another big Dubai Classic.
Oh, and Jancha Khan, great length, disguised that. Here at the front of the court, Rodney Martin go forward for the drop shot.
10-8.
So 10-8 for Jancha Khan. And the error.
Down.
Rodney tries to be a little cute on that backhand drop shot.
11-8.
And machine-like Jancha Khan.
Down.
2 tins in a row there from Rodney. I think he's really going to have to think about his game now if he wants to get back into this game.
4-point lead again. Rodney makes room on the backhand side, and again a cheap error, and he really is handing this match and this, well, at least this second game to the Pakistani world number 1. Rodney having to guess.
Game ball 8.
Great cross court there by Jancha, well executed.
So it's a game ball again in the second game for Jancha. And he secured this second game. It's Rodney Martin, a little bit disconsolate, leaves the court. He's established a 2-love lead, Jancha Khan, in this first final of the Dubai Classic 93, 15 points to 8. He leads 15-7, 15-8, and looking very good at this stage in proceedings. So it'll be Jancha Khan
The white shirt and light blue shorts.
Jansha Khan leads by 2 games to love. Jansha to serve.
2-love lead against Rodney Martin in the white shirt and black shorts. Immediately the battle is joined on this backhand side. Be interesting to see if Rodney comes into this third game with any new ideas, but any ideas he might have had about securing the first point have gone.
1-love.
Lovely volley there by Jansha, straight into the nick again.
It's getting to be a bit of a habit with this man now. But what does Rodney Martin?
Yes, let 1-love, left court.
About that start, he's going to have to gather himself for a big, big assault. He's got a real mountain to climb now. He needs to win these next 3 games to win this match in his first final of the Dubai Classic. And Jansha's made a good start in this third game.
2-love.
Beautiful boast there by Jansha. Lovely winner.
And he started off very positively. There's no sitting back on a 2-game lead. He's gone for it, straight for the jugular. 3-love.
Will the audience please remain seated during the rallies? That means all of you. 3-love.
The trophy awaits the winner. And it's Jansha Khan that's got at least one hand on that trophy at the moment.
Down.
But
hand out.
Rodney Martin gets his first point.
1-3.
The lovely forehand drop shot. Jansha unable to pick it up. 1-3, Rodney Martin serving. And a little bit of luck there.
2-3.
With a bit of luck at the stage in proceedings.
Down.
A couple of easy tins here from Jansha.
3
Rodney back into 3-all. Easy backhand drop shot tin there from Jansha. Don't think he'll be very happy with that one.
And he's got an opening, and he takes that opening. Really
and out.
Forced the weak return from Rodney Martin in the front left. So he's back in front at 4-3, Jansha Khan. Oh, lovely cross-court backhand.
And out 4-all.
Of course, Rodney Martin, member of a talented family. Brett Martin, his brother, world number 4.
And
sister Michelle Martin, number 1 in the world, the women's circuit.
5-4.
Great squash family there.
A few people want to know the secret of parent success, I think, Anthony.
I think everybody would like to know that.
6-4. The man in command at the moment. 6 points to 4. He's holding a 2-game lead already. And he's in control in this rally as well.
He looks very comfortable out there tonight, Jansha.
He's got this habit of being able to raise his game. I've noticed in the last year or two, certainly in matches, major finals against Chris Dittmar, he's managed to raise his game at the right time. That's a classic example of the retrieving skills. And really, Rodney thought he'd won the rally, and the ball came back with interest.
It's a lovely shot there by Jansha. He picked that ball well. Lovely cross-court there.
7-4.
Died in the back of the court.
So, starting to look a little bit ominous for Rodney Martin. He needs something special now. And again, that stretch at the front of the court from Jansha Khan.
Easy tin there from Rodney, I think.
Well, well, that boast there that
ball was down
from Rodney Martin has been called down.
8-4.
Question that. Crucial call at this stage. It's a 4-point lead. That's open up for Jansha.
Very hard for the referees to see such a quick ball coming out like that.
Really, that's
And
the
out,
first error for a while
5-8.
from Jancha on the backhand side, and Rodney really has to put together an error-free spell of squash in order to get back into this match. He's serving at 5-8. The ball's coming back every time.
Yes, let 5-8, right court.
Let granted for Jancha. Crowd not totally in agreement with that decision. There's been some good movers in the game of squash over the years, Anthony. Jeff Hunt, obviously. Gamal Awad was another Egyptian that moves very well, but Jancha Khan, I don't know if has anyone moved any better than this.
Oh, I don't think so either. He's the way he moves around, it's like a cat-like. Seems to be able to get into balls that no one else can get to, and also get back out of there again for the next one.
Rodney tries to explain that it was a big swing from Jancha, but the stroke was given to the Pakistani, and it's a 9-5 lead in this third game. First Dubai Classic, sponsored by Emirates Airlines and the Royal
right
Abjar
court.
Hotel.
Let ball there once again.
As Rodney makes a move
Yes,
to
let 9-5 right court.
he too looking for a stroke, the same way that Jancha was awarded last time, but Tony Hans from England, the referee today, only a let ball. Point is replayed 9-5.
Yes, let 9-5 right court.
The let is played.
Jancha looking very comfortable here.
Yes, let 9-5
Jancha
right court.
must give, as Rodney Martin shakes his head, he must give his opponent a chance to get in for that ball. Stood a little bit too long on that backhand drop shot. Gets away with it though. Chance for Rodney, but again the ball was well picked up. Oh, well, it just showed the frustration there from Rodney Martin. He's been forced to go finer and finer.
10-5.
Well, it just shows the effects that this man's game has had on the Australian. It's a 5-point lead now at 10-5. Khan attempting to be the first winner in this Dubai Classic. Again, using his retrieving skills, giving the ball plenty of air, gives himself time to recover.
And of course,
there's far too much air on that one from Rodney Martin. Well,
11-5.
Easy lob out of court there. Rodney wouldn't be very happy with himself there.
Is this a hopeless situation for Rodney Martin? It's 2 love down, trailing by 11 points to 5 in this third game. Oh, amazing stretch recovery, and that really sums up the way this match has gone. An extraordinary retrieve there from Jancha, forcing the ball, Rodney, to go lower and lower. Eventually a tin results. 12-5. But still, Rodney Martin raises his hand as if to say, well, you're not going to get that one.
Beautiful drop shots up there by Rodney.
And it's Jancha, oh, himself. Touch on the half volley.
Here it goes again. Lovely drop shot there by
13-6.
Jancha, just to prove that he can do the same drop shot.
So he's not to be outdone in any shape or form, Jancha Khan. He takes a 7-point lead at 13-6. And it's him who's on the attack. A delicate drop shot. Rodney Martin appeals against this shot.
Ball was up.
thought it had clipped the tin, but no. This Dubai Sports Classic has reached match ball
6
for Jansher Khan at 14-6. Rodney Martin goes for the winner and gets it. He saved one, but he's got to save another 8 match balls if he's to get back into this match. Well, and that's it. The backhand volley winner for Jansher Khan, and he has become the first winner of the Dubai Squash Classic 1993. He's beaten Australia's world number 3, Rodney Martin, by 3 games to love. 15-7, 15-8, 15-7.